is one of those things that we need to nourish our body, give us energy and make us feel good. Here's how small tweaks, especially protein, changes your energy, strength and appetite. So Nourish fuels your results. We keep it real. So there's always things going on, culture, family meals, but zero food guilt. We just want you to develop practical habits that boost energy and build muscle. In this episode, you'll hear how one of our women shifted her portions, prioritized protein, and felt the difference in workouts and daily life. Let's have a look at her story, and maybe there's something that you can steal from that to put into your own life. Well, hello, hi, Elisa. Good that you could join us today.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now, I've got you on this today because you've made some changes with your diet of late, haven't you? So we'll find out a bit more about that in a minute. And particularly being Italian, has that made it harder?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So as one of the building blocks for Spice Fitness, we really believe in what we put into our mouth, so the nutrition that we take in has a big part to play in how strong our body is and how healthy it stays. Because we all know that protein builds and repairs muscle tissue, so really important. So Lisa, the first thing I want to ask today is, can you describe your relationship with food before starting GrandmaSTRONG, and especially around protein and kind of dietary stuff?
Yeah.
Before and now that you've learned a bit more.
Yeah, so probably before, because being Italian, our culture, we've always been brought up to have massive plates of food, and we love food, and I still love food, you know. So
and it's good food,
great.
Italian food. Mwah.
It's a Mediterranean diet, right? So I think it's not so much that I was eating unhealthy, but it was, for me especially, the portion size. Because my brain is so used to, and what I see is so used to a massive plate that you just, you know, you love it. You just want to eat it and enjoy it. So that for me was an issue. And so I suppose afterwards, I kind of look at now my portion sizes, because with GrandmaSTRONG, you know, I think about, you know, when I'm going to eat something, I think I might be really hungry, but I'll put a small amount on the plate and probably have more salad. So less pasta, more protein, more salad. And I really love it, you know. And then my husband even says, is that all you're going to eat? And I'm going, well, I said, I can always go back for more if I'm still hungry. And I'm often not. So that's been fantastic. And a couple of things I learned from one of the little programs that you had. I picked up portion size. All I think about now is, you know, if I'm having butter or even pâté, it's the size of my thumb. And that was something, 3 gems that I got from the program that I did. And I'm sure there are more, but I sort of processed. I thought, okay, so my thumb size. Perfect. That's great, because it doesn't matter where I am.
That's good.
I'm not thinking about food all the time, but I think, oh yeah, okay. Perfect. And then protein, so steak. I mean, I love steak. I love anything like that. But the size of my palm. That's great. So it's always with me. So it's like, it's really good,
isn't it? Because you don't have to weigh it then. You don't have to get out your scales and weigh it. You kind of know there's a rough rule of 1 palm size for women, 2 palm sizes for men, and that's an easy way with every meal if you can.
Exactly.
And we get protein from all sorts of sources, not just meat, but meat is probably the best because it contains a whole lot of building blocks that we need. So well done with that. Can I ask you, what was the first nutritional habit per se that felt doable and created an energy boost? Was there something, or was it just by incorporating some protein in?
I think it was focusing on protein first.
Protein
rather than fill up the plate. You know, so, and the portion. So if I had, you know, if I need a snack, I'll probably now in my fridge, I might have cooked meatballs, you know, and I've cooked a few extra, so I'll leave them in the fridge. And if I'm hungry, I'll grab a meatball. You know, rather than like make a quick sandwich or grab a piece of cheese, and there's nothing wrong with that. But what I've found is that I'm not as hungry anymore.
I love that.
And I don't, you know, and I'm listening to that as well. And sometimes I do have to fight my brain and my body because it's lunchtime or if it's dinner time. I sometimes go, well, I'm actually not hungry.
Yeah, I get
so,
that. Yeah.
like, I'm not going to eat now.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and then later I might have something if I feel hungry, but
great.
I might only have a little bit, or I might not have if I'm not.
Yeah.
But I'm listening to what my body's saying. So
I
it's
like that. So trying to pick up those hunger cues. Am I hungry now? And do I need to eat now? And then do I need to stop now? Because I'm already three-quarter, like quite full.
Yes.
But I could eat more, but do I need more? So let's just wait and have maybe a rest from that. And then come back to it. And probably if I have a drink and whatever, I'm probably not really requiring that extra food. And what I love about you as well, because you are Italian and you do love your pasta, you still have your pasta, but you're just not having the big amounts that you had before. So still enjoying it, still enjoying all the taste and everything, but not doing without it. I love that.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, I tried to do without it. It went really badly.
I love that. Yeah. No, so good. So when you're addressing this program we got, it's our 21-day nutrition challenge.
Yes.
And it's all about getting more protein. It's just small things. So it's about building up our gut health. It's not hard to do, and it goes for 21 days where you challenge yourself to change the way we think about food. Yeah. Now, we were talking not long ago, you said how it's just created changes in your body mass as well. So you're losing your fat percentage as well. Just tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that was one of the reasons as well that we talked about. I was happy with how my muscle strength is going, and I can move a lot more now. Yes. But of course, I do have weight that is on me, and I could not get it off. Like, even though I wasn't really trying that hard, I was just doing life. Yeah. But I'm not really focused, and you know what I'm like. I'm not focused on the weight. Really, to be honest, I want to be healthy.
Same here with our programs. We don't focus in
exactly,
on the weight.
And that's why I loved it. So, so it has helped just focusing on those little changes. Especially the habits that we have, but it hasn't been like I've got to change this habit, I've got to change it. It's just been a gradual progression of, oh yeah, that's a good idea, I'll do that, I'll look at my portion, blah, blah. And it has changed. So my weight has dropped, which is great because it means my knees aren't feeling too much pressure because I have a bit of arthritis in my knees. And I'm just working slow and steady, wins the race.
I love that.
So
and I think like we don't focus in on weight because we know if somebody builds up some muscle, starts to eat well, then that will all work together to get a stronger body, but also as we gain some muscle as well, that helps to burn things off. And you're right, you made small changes which don't seem to have been hard, but it does. When you can get a mindset shift and you change the way you look at food, that it's great for me, I want to enjoy it, but I also can make it work for my body, then it's a win-win. Because you enjoy the food, but it's also working for your body. So it's so good. And I've seen the changes as a trainer as well. It's great. It's been good to see. And you're right, slow but steady does win the race.
Absolutely.
I sometimes wonder about these quick weight loss challenges where someone goes, this is me beforehand, this is me after, and you kind of go, okay, that's been so quick. Will you be able to maintain that, or will you gain all that back? Because we haven't made lifestyle habits. We haven't changed our mind.
That's
and
right.
mindset.
That's right.
So that's so good.
And I mean, everybody's different. You know, I've had some operations as well that I've had to do. You know, hysterectomies, things like that. I don't mind saying that because we're all women. You know, here we're all going through different things. So not everybody's going to, you know, be able to do certain things at the pace that you want to do it at, I guess I'm trying to say. So, I mean, my body shape is changing. It's not moving from where I've had the operation as yet, but that's okay.
It's all good.
Everything else feels strong around it to support. And as time goes on, I do believe that that will get better.
I agree.
Yeah.
And you said that other bits are becoming loose, like some of your underwear and stuff.
You've
got to go buy new underwear, but who cares? That's all good.
Exactly.
So tell me, Lisa, can you share like a mealtime when you've got a family, you've had your two kids at home with you for quite a while, one's now moved out, but you still got one at home. So was there a family get-together or a time when you felt good and aligned with your goals with what you would have done before and what you did now, like just some small change?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously, I mean, my son's 20, coming up 22 soon, and I used to roll my eyes all the time because he'd always say, oh, I just want protein, because I'd dish up, you know, more rice or more pasta and less of the meat, you know, whatever. Yeah. And I'd roll my eyes, and then now I've realised that I'm enjoying the protein as well. Perfect. So as a family now, when I do dish out food, we do have less of everything rice, pasta, and more of the protein. That's and perfect. Everybody's happy. I love that. So I don't have, you know, my son coming up, I'm still hungry, or I'm feeling, you know, I don't feel, because sometimes I used to feel a little bit, not, I guess, faint and things like that if I hadn't eaten properly, and then I'm just rushing to eat whatever. So we all are feeling really good in that.
I love that. So that was a win. And in fact, it was not just a one-off thing really, but it's become a lifestyle habit really for your whole family, isn't it?
Absolutely.
The way that you, and us mums can make a big difference in how our family eat, depending on what we cook. And I love the fact your son was asking for more protein, and you think, oh, far out, not going to do that. But then to realise that it's good for all of you.
Even though he's old enough to do it himself. And I would say that, mind you, mums, I would say, no, you can get your own tonight. But yes, when I'm in the kitchen, it's like, oh dear. So
that's so good.
Yeah.
Protein is important in our program, which you obviously saw.
Yeah.
What creative ways have you found to get protein in without really having separate meals? But I think you've already talked about that. You just incorporate it for the whole family.
Yeah, I do. I mean, little things like, you know, pâté, chicken. I mean, I love chicken liver pâté. Not everybody does, but for me, that's always my husband hates it, which is good because it stays in the fridge and I get it. I don't have to hide it.
It's good.
So for breakfast, I might have, you know, the Vitalwit biscuits with a bit of pâté on it, and I might have about 3 of those, and that's it, and a cup of coffee, and I'm off, or a banana, or so I'm thinking about what I'm eating as opposed to. It was easy just to get a couple of pieces of toast and whack a bit
jam on there or something.
Well, I always just have butter and Vegemite, but then I'd slap on some cheese and, you know, and that was fine. And there's nothing wrong with that. No. But now I have 1 piece of toast and then I might add a little bit of avocado. So I'm thinking about, you know, what I've got in my fridge, what I've got at home. So, you know, I'll put avocado, I might have a little handful of cashew nuts or, you know, have a banana and then I'm off. And then having done that, I've eaten protein. So if I'd had my
piece... Some good fats as well?
Good, exactly, And if I'd had just my piece of toast, I would have gone out the door and probably about 11 o'clock, I would be feeling super hungry and like looking for something, and I might grab something I probably isn't going to help me, but it's a quick fix. Like, you know.
No, that's so good.
So it's good. It's been really helpful.
No, that is great. And I guess for your meals at night, you're also preparing as well. So you know that this is the meal I want to do, and I've got my protein already bought.
Yes.
And this is what I'm doing. So
and that's a big thing, is just being prepared.
Yeah, being prepared is huge, isn't it?
It's really big. Yeah.
Huge. Yeah. In fact, I think the way that Andrew and I do it, we kind of think at the start of the week. Yeah. Most weeks, some weeks we don't. Yeah. But what are we going to have this week? And my husband will go out and buy a whole lot of meat. Yeah. So we've got, this week we had beef, we got a lamb, we've got some chicken and all sorts of stuff. So every day we're having our protein and just making sure for lunches as well. And whether that be, I might have Greek yogurt with maybe some protein powder in there, but with Greek yogurt with some nuts mixed in. So it becomes a nice high protein snack or high protein lunch. So you're right. Being able to always think and being prepared, planned at the start of the week is huge.
It's really huge.
Very big.
And my daughter is, she doesn't like to eat meat and things like that. So, you know, having to think ahead as well. And there's heaps of options now. There's some lovely options, and we often have vegetarian food as well, which is fantastic.
Perfect. Yeah. So it's good. There's so many ways you can still get in your protein.
Really good.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
How has improved fueling your body well? How has that changed your performance or how you feel? And do you find that helps you in the gym when you come here, or even to walk the dogs?
Oh, definitely. I've got way more energy.
Yeah.
Way more energy.
So good.
Yeah.
That's so good.
It's really, really good. No, I feel so much better. I can't trying to explain how the difference is, but you know, I would feel a lot I just wouldn't have the energy to do the walk, or I would do it, I'd get home and I'd just like slump on the couch and then feel really tired.
And has it also helped your body just feel better as well? Like just you can feel some muscle.
Yes,
And kind of the way you move.
Yeah.
And when you come here and do some strength training, do you feel like, because I asked you today about your knees are feeling good, this is feeling good, that's feeling good. So it's changed how your body, I think also, how it just handles after a workout and during a workout. Because I remember when Elisa first trained with me, had the worst knees, couldn't move well. And now I look at you, you pick up big weights, you lift big weights, and you actually do it well, no problems. And so that has also obviously all helped your body to be the way it is.
Definitely.
So that's great.
Absolutely, And
I think that's great, because that's what we want. We want a body that works well in every way. So when I'm getting you to do strength training and I'm getting you to pick up your big weights, I want to know that you're going to be the best you that you can be. And so all of this change in diet, I think, has helped you tremendously. So it's so good.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I can see that from the trainer, but I know that you can also feel it too.
So much more energy.
That's so good. Yeah. How do you deal with food cravings? Do you get the cravings? Like, are you a chocolate person? Because I am.
Yeah,
I get cravings.
Yeah, I do. I do like chocolate. So I sort of have told myself for many years I like chocolate and red wine, and I've told myself many years that dark chocolate's healthy and so is red wine, all in moderation. But I have smaller portions at home, so I might get the box of favourites, but I probably wouldn't do that if I couldn't control it. But I can. I don't. I only have one piece. I'm happy. But I know that a lot of us can't do that. So it's whatever you can do, I suppose. But
I think that's great, because if you know you can have the chocolate there and only have one piece, there's nothing. How are you going with the wine, the red wine?
Oh, fine. Like we're being Italian, we always have red wine with our meals, so I'll just have one. But again, I'm thinking about how I feel, and it's really good, because that's a habit for us. Is just have a glass of wine, or But now both my husband and I go, well, do you want a wine tonight, or are we going to have a beer, or oh no, we'll just have water tonight. We don't really feel like it, we won't have it.
I love that.
So that's really been great.
I think
and that's something I picked up from the program that I did. Was listening to your body, because the habits that you get into are very easy just to keep going with. So I remember saying to you, in the mornings I would just have a muesli bar, like at 5 in the morning sometimes I'd have this nut bar. It's really healthy, but it does have sugar in it.
Yeah, they do.
And I'd have that and a coffee. And I've always done that because I'm an early riser. I get, I think I'm a bit peckish, I might have, And then I thought, no, after the program, I thought, right, I'm not going to have the muesli bar. I'm just going to have a cup of tea.
I love that.
Or a cup of coffee.
Perfect.
And then if I still feel like having something, I will. And it's broken the habit. And I actually don't feel like having it every day, every morning, where I thought I have to have it. Because otherwise I'll feel really sick or I need something, but I don't feel like that anymore. So it's really good.
That's so good. Yeah. We start our day off with usually a high protein eggs and meat, even as much as we can. And also homemade baked beans, which has been great for us. But it's a high protein meal. So then you don't feel like anything for hours, because that fills you up, but it fills you up with good protein. So all of that. I know that the baked beans is carbs, but they're not from a packet, and they like beans are good for you. They create fibre as well for your body. So and you're always exploring, aren't you? So we didn't always start our breakfast off with meat. Believe me, I would never have thought. I thought cereal toast is what I was brought up to believe. You had as your breakfast and a juice. So we're spiking our insulin as well with all of that. So being able to fill yourself up with that, you find that you don't need other things you always thought you did need.
Exactly.
Saying that, if there's days where you do have it, enjoy and just don't do it every day. So if I have chocolate, I will enjoy the whole cake, not just one bit, but then I won't do it the next day. So I'm always, don't keep going with it. Just try and stay. But we have to enjoy life as well. So
you do. That's something I don't feel guilty. I don't.
No,
not with food, because I think, if you're going to have it,
you're right.
you have it. If you really need to have it, just have it, enjoy it, and then
agree.
move on.
I
Like,
so
otherwise
agree.
you just end up feeling guilty all your life and nothing changes.
That's
I was
right,
like, well,
nothing does.
you may as well just, you know.
You're
but,
right.
you know, when you're making good choices,
I
and then
agree.
every now and then you just
that.
have what you need.
So to someone out there that thinks, oh, I'm also Italian, or I'm Greek, or just I love food too much, or whatever, what would you say to them? Because you know it hasn't been hard, hasn't been an onerous task. What would you say to them when they go, I don't think I could change how I eat? What would you say to that person out there? Look at them. And you tell that person, you.
I would say never give up. You can change,
like that.
And I think that just little changes at a time. But don't change what you are used to with your culture, because that's what we're all about. We love food, we love people, and just connecting is what we love. You know, around the table and parties and whatever. A friend coming around for coffee. We love that. So you don't have to change that. You know, just explore different ways of creating a nice Italian or Greek meal, and just you can have everything there. You just have a little bit less of, you know, the carbs, more protein, more salad, you know, and you're not really changing. In fact, that's probably the better stuff anyway.
It's
it
fantastic
is,
because we also talk in our program about those colourful foods. And so you just help yourself to what you normally would enjoy, but maybe a bigger salad on the side, as you said.
Exactly.
And a smaller amount of all the cheesy, whatever you want, but still enjoy it, but just smaller amounts. And you may find that with by the time you've eaten and take a mouthful of water in between and done it a bit more slowly, that you're actually fuller, and that you didn't actually need all that food. I think we used to be a family that used to serve the food and then just bulk it, go as hard as we could. And a few people did comment on our family when they got together with our children as adults. They said, wow, they eat fast, which is just what we did. But we have changed how we eat too, most of the time. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope that someone out there has been inspired to just think about the 4 pillars, and this is a really important pillar about what we put into our mouth will actually make or break us in the end. So thank you for sharing your thoughts today.
That's all right.
And
it's
I hope
a pleasure.
it's inspired
Thanks for listening.
someone. Thank you. See ya.
Bye.